as Tripod the Three-Legged Dog.
Hey, I'm Jerry K. Green. I'm a native Texan, born and raised, of course, and I'm a country music singer, have been for a long, long time. I was born in Dallas because my folks arrived there so the older kids could get jobs during the Great Depression, but we moved when I was 4 years old to Louisville, a small town then, and I grew up there. Well, I served in the Army, drafted near the end of the Korean War, and later finished college, University of Texas, 1958. Worked in radio and television and films and stage, all of the above. Some of the more memorable things I've done or places I've performed include the Louisiana Hayride, the Grand Ole Opry, the Warner Brothers Outlaw Blues movie with Peter Fonda and Susan St. James, and I was in the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. One of the most rewarding things I've ever done was meeting a three-legged dog and writing a song about him because he climbed trees and sang. And the song became Tripod the Three-Legged Dog. You know, songs are the best way to tell stories. And Tripod and I got to share his story with a lot of folks. Tripod became Tripod after losing a leg, of course, from a hit-and-run accident. Fortunately, some camp counselors happened to come by and saw him on the road, picked him up and took him to a vet who saved his life but had to amputate his right front leg. And the camp counselors then were asked to find a home for the dog, and they couldn't take him. And so they took him to camp one day when parents were going to be there, summer day camp. And my friends, people who became my friends, had two little girls who were there, and they begged their mama to let him take them home. Well, she did. But then Daddy required them to write an essay about the responsibilities of caring for a pet. And they wrote it and satisfied him, and so they were allowed to adopt a dog and named him Tripod. But most folks might think that a three-legged dog wouldn't do anything but lie around by the hearth, and eat and sleep, but not Tripod. Tripod climbed trees. He sang. He ran all over the neighborhood, did all kinds of things. He didn't let his disability disable him. And seeing him do all that inspired me to write the song. And then getting to sing the song and see how the song inspired people, wanted me to take it a little farther. And I wrote Tripod the Three-Legged Dog because, in a way, it reminded me of something that we all could use reminding of, and that is that we could do a whole lot more if we just tried a little harder rather than sitting around feeling sorry for ourselves. Earlier in my life, I had success on the Louisiana Hayride and making records, and after finishing college and beginning to raise a family, I worked in music again, and I had to come to Nashville to find out what I could do up here. And so I got on the cabbage truck and came up here. Not literally, of course, but I did arrive with just my guitar and a box of lyrics musically. And that box of lyrics was a little song called Tripod the Three-Legged Dog. Well, I got to do a recording session the first week I was in Nashville. And the last song we got recorded on that session in 20 minutes was Tripod. And the bass player on that session was Lightning Chance, a well-known bass player at that time who happened to be musical director of Eddie Hill's morning TV show on Channel 5 in Nashville. And Lightning invited me down as a guest for a week on that show. And that began to spread the word about Tripod. And as things would have it, within 6 months of my arrival in Nashville, Tripod and I were singing together on the Grand Ole Opry and getting publicity like you wouldn't believe. We were featured in a Sunday magazine section of the Nashville Tennessean, the Houston Post, and when people heard the song, they just smiled and chuckled with delight. Couldn't ask for anything more than that as a songwriter or an entertainer. Well, it's been over 50 years since Tripod and I sang on the Grand Ole Opry. Until a few years ago, I didn't sing the song. I wasn't even singing anywhere for 30 years. I started singing again about 8 years ago, singing here in Nashville, and began singing Tripod again without him with me, just singing the song. And watching the responses was just amazing. I came to realize that it wasn't just seeing Tripod, it's the inspiration of the song. Tripod ain't done yet. So now I'm putting Tripod back to work. For the past 3 years, I've been working on a studio project of recording several Tripod versions of an updated lyric and creating what I call the Tripod Legacy Campaign. I have 2 simple goals for the Tripod Legacy Campaign. That is to keep the Tripod story alive by the song, to inspire and entertain people, and to help other disadvantaged dogs. There are so many animal rescues and shelters with tripods of their own. With your help, we can find homes for those disadvantaged dogs and help those organizations continue their mission of providing the lives for those dogs that they deserve. Visit jerrykgreen.com for information. And remember, just as I wrote in the song, you could do twice as much if you tried half as hard as Tripod the three-legged dog.
My little dog has only 3 legs, but he never whimpers and he never begs. He doesn't know he's crippled, you see. From his point of view, he's got more legs than me. So if you think you've got troubles you can't overcome, don't sit like a bump on a log. You can do twice as much if you try half as hard as Tripod the three-legged dog.